Hello, guys and girls, and everybody else that is now listening to Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. I got another motherfucking cold, but I just wanted to tell you guys, thank you. Thank you for everything. All the listeners and all the support for this podcast, Knowledge Drip, has been one of a kind. I can't even believe how well you guys are growing this Knowledge Drip. You're sharing it with your friends, you're sharing it with your family, you're sharing it with mostly yourself, I hope, and you're enjoying it. And I can tell that a lot of people are enjoying it, not just from the number of views. I mean, the views are up in the thousands. I never thought that would be possible, but without all the help from everybody and all the help from people sharing it and listening to it, man, and the outpouring reaching in of Wild Thoughts with the Big Bang has been amazing. You guys have been writing into the show, and you can continue writing into the show at reflife32@gmail.com. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why am I sick? Why am I sick again? I said, I don't fucking know, man. I got like this little cold going on. So hopefully my voice sounds perfectly still and it sounds great. And then, that's just how this shit works out sometimes. But, oh well. So hello there. I'm going to do the intro to the podcast now. I just wanted to say thank you first at the beginning of this Knowledge Drip to say, wow, it's just growing out of control. I can't believe it. I can't believe how well this is just exploding, and it's just coming everywhere. It's just coming fucking everywhere. The amazing part about this Knowledge Drip is that it's not really anything, because I literally know nothing. Like as Socrates says, I don't know anything. Literally. I don't know anything, guys. I'm just out here talking shit. You guys are believing it. I can't be any smarter than anybody else. But you're loving this Knowledge Drip, and I fucking love it. I fucking love that you guys are all over this, all over about family and being successful and believing in yourself. That's what it really comes down to. All right, so keep believing in yourself, guys. Keep believing in yourself. Yeah. Yep. All right, now let's get the intro to the podcast Knowledge Drip started. Hello there. Some of you have been writing into the show or emailing as the new world is upon us. Some of you are asking, how can you donate money to listen to my beautiful, mind-orgasming voice serenade you to the point of you feel like you should pay me for this service? Well, I am telling you. You can email me at reflife32@gmail.com, and I will let you know my website where you can get some condoms, some vibrators, and other sexual items you need to get off while listening to the Big Bang. That's funny. But if you just want to donate with your anonymous scared self, I have a Venmo for you people. OMG, guys, we got Venmo, we got PayPal, but the most easiest way really is if you want to donate to the show is if you look on that little thing. If you're on the Podbean app, the best way to do it is to hit that little rewards button. It's like $166 a week or $769 a month or something like that. Okay, so it's pretty much that easy. And then also, but if you don't have that, if you're on the iTunes, which some of you are on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, a lot of people are listening on the YouTubes, you can go ahead and you can donate on Venmo as well at Rach Roberts. So, you can go ahead and donate $300. You can donate $5,000, or you can donate $1 million. The choice is yours, but this ain't Burger King, okay? This ain't Burger King, so this Knowledge Drip will change your life. So, thank you. Thank you all. Ooh, finally. Now that we got all of that bullshit out of the way, no, it's not really bullshit. Now that we got the intros out of the way, we can move on to some other things. I wanted to go over last week's episode of slowing down and, take caution of slowing down. we went over that. And then I took the rest of the week off, mostly because I was super not. Yeah, I was pretty busy. I didn't take the rest of the week off. I still had shit to do. Like, I went all the way to motherfucking Virginia, guys. Oh, I had to go to Virginia. People wanted me to come out there, and they wanted me to speak to them, and they wanted me to just share with them some life experiences and some affirmations that they should be using for themselves and helping them grow their brands, helping them grow their self-confidence, helping them live the life that they want to live. Now, I know you're thinking, what, you travel? You come see people? Listen, I only came and saw that person because I'm not going to lie, they paid me like $2,000 to come all the way out there. So why not? I went out there, did some things, and then after I did the little success knowledge drip for those few select individuals, I got to go ref some lacrosse games, which is a lot of fun. Got to meet a lot of new people this week as well, that's what it's all about. It's all about networking and getting to know a lot of people, because you can't grow something by yourself. You literally cannot grow something by yourself. It's motherfucking impossible to do something by yourself. Like, you could be the motherfucking Einstein of the world, or the motherfucking Napoleon Hill, motherfucking Donald Trump, whoever you want to be, whoever you relate to in these days of age. Maybe you relate to like Joe Rogan, or maybe you relate to like, I don't know, who else out there is doing something that you want to do and you want to do them. Well, guess what? You need to get out in those little circles and be out there and be part of the 1%, be out there and be part of the 5%. Because we know, as true leaders of this amazing world, the true leaders of not only other people, but true leaders of ourselves, we know that we need other people to lead. But also at the same time, we need to be good followers. Because there's always going to be someone above you. There's going to be someone ahead of you. There's going to be someone above them. You know what I'm saying? That's just how this shit works. I mean, even if you are the greatest leader, you need to learn to be a great follower first. Because without being a great follower, there's no way you're going to know how to lead people. So remember that. Like, if you have somebody that's ahead of you right now, and maybe their like level of leadership is not at the level you want them to be at, because maybe your level is way higher, leadership is way higher than the person that's in charge of you, just remember that you should still be a good follower to that person. If you have to stay in the organization, if you have to stay at that job, if you have to stay at your location or whatever you need, if you have to stay, let's just go back to the job thing. If you have to stay at your job, and let's say you're a great listener of Wild Thoughts with the Big Bang, so you know the self-confidence formula, you know how to become a leader, you know what it takes to be a leader, but your leadership is way above the person that's above you. Remember, your manager is not really a leader, but if you got to stay there at your job for a long time and help other people do what they got to do, you know what I'm saying? So let that manager manage, because managers they're not really, some of them really aren't leaders. They're management of systems, management of facts, management of operations, okay? Management to keep things going. And we need managers like that in order to keep the things going, keep the McDonald's up, keep the FedEx coming, keep the Podbean app rolling smooth, keep the water coming. We need managers like that, people that are operational system people. Remember, not all managers are leaders. So if you're a leader and you're under your manager, just remember that just be a good little follower for your time being until you can get your hobby up and going. And once you get your hobby going, once you get your excited news exploding out throughout the world, and you can see where you're going, then you can leave that manager behind. You can go be the leader to the people that you want to be. It's just that simple. Okay, now we got some great things written for you today. Oh man, my fucking nose. Oh, what's up with me, man? Why am I getting this damn cold? Maybe I should have went to Virginia and met those people. But, things happen for a reason. And going to Virginia was a great thing for me. I got to make a lot of new contacts. I got to make some money. And, that's what it's all about. Now I'm going to spread my wealth with all of you guys. All right, here we go. Let's get into some shit I have written for you today. I just love fucking doing this knowledge drip. I really fucking do. I know I haven't done it since last Tuesday, so a whole week. But remember, we got Big Mo on our side. We have momentum on our side. Momentum isn't going nowhere, so let's continue with this, and then we'll see how we feel. All right, here we go. This is what I have written today for the Knowledge Drip listeners. That is Wild Thoughts. As we move into a realm where possibility is now and unedited by our subconscious mind, we want to remember that we can control what happens and our actions to whatever happens. Our sustainability through life is determined on our ability to adapt to situations we continue as a human becoming. We strive to be on top of the game. Most of the human becomings think they are already human beings, going around in a delusional state of numbers and facts. They can tell you how many steps a basketball player took in a game, and they one fill your time game, or how many shots were taken place of the entire world. But the necessity of life, of real connection and purposefulness is missed. It is hard to go beyond the faith of your leader, but yet still it is the mastery of your mind to find your being past your leader. I see as we travel through this tiny time, timid, tired, and tried, we settle as if we were a tree, but we root and root hard so that we are bound to being a human. Sorry, I gotta flip the page, motherfuckers. Being. The connection between the earth and the mind are separated. We root like a tree, but our roots are throughout and not connected to the beings that are. We slide on unharmonious concrete that kills our trees, kills our humanity. It poisons our earth, the place we need to be transcended to human becomings, but yet at the same time we need to see the beach of plastic built upon lies and deceit. And as we know from the self-confidence formula, it can only be built upon truth and justice. Our mission is clear. Here at the Big Bang Studios and the Wild Thought listeners and the leaders of the world. Our mission and our undeniable chief aim is to be leaders of the community. Leaders that can easily congregate human becomings that fly on the seat of our area, fly on the part of life that connects to each other as we see. We see that around us is enough. We know that around us is enough. We have the resources and the knowledge between us to create a living society, and we know this to be true because it has already been done unto us. Remember that this earth is good and there is enough abundance to go around. To lie to yourself that there is not enough money and to tell yourself you lack, so you shall lack. As we travel through this paradise of life, we were taught to fear the importance of money. We decide mindfully that we didn't have enough money. Many of us human becomings hoard our monies away. We hoard and store it away from the ability to move it and the ability to spread. We forget that to produce more, we must give it away. We must share the wealth. For a funeral, they will take your money away. For a death, we will take your hard-earned money away. For life and for birth, we will take your belongings away. Take heed in saving and not investing. For when you invest in yourself, you invest in humanity. When you pay your car note or house payment, the grocery, the water bill, the electricity bill, whatever bill you pay, the wealth circulates. The wealth multiplies. The wealth transcends, and it comes back to you in a different forms other than a dollar in your bank account. Flip the page again, bitch ass bitches. That's right, you guys don't have this book. Oh, you guys don't have this. I bet you wish you did. All right, where was I? There we go. We're going to start over in the last sentence. The dollar in your bank account. You pay yourself to live. Do not use your mind as a false sense of personal identity. Act as if you always lack nothing. Act as if your harmony is always to protect your environment. But remember, your environment is a saying you didn't make. You are only as smart as your environment. Do not be a blind lust. Be a party of your entire environment. Flush your life toxins and become the human becoming of the future of your soul. Remind and affirm with yourself that you lack nothing, and nothing can ever be lacked unless you remind the subconscious mind that it is lacked or that it is without. Out of fear for your true wealth, health, and freedom, you will remind yourself you do not have enough. So as the system puts it, you will have to rely on them. Rely on the affirmations of yourself. Rely on the thought process that you do not lack and that you will accomplish what you need. And that fear of not having enough is gone from your brain. Live in prosperous with yourself. Big bang. Alright guys, we got that part out of the way. I'm glad I got to read that to you. It was a pretty fucking good, I thought. I know it is, because I believe in myself, I believe in the people around me, and I know that that shit was really motherfucking good. Oh, but right now I'm just having a lot of fucking problems because I can't breathe that good out of my damn nose. It's like, can you hear that? Let me see if you can hear it. Yeah, hear that? Yeah, I'm getting a little bit sick, but that's alright. We're going to continue on with our lives, because even when we feel down, even when we feel sick, we cannot stop the progression of of momentum. We cannot stop it, no matter what. It's already happening, and it's going to continue going. And as you guys know, in the self-confidence formula, and if you don't know it by now, if you can't recite the self-confidence formula by now, maybe you're a new listener, maybe you just jumped in today to this first knowledge drip and you don't know what the self-confidence formula is, you can go back and listen to it. But you know that we got to work on ourselves for a minimum of 30 minutes a day of what we want to do to become self-confident, and this knowledge drip is part of that, of what we are saying. So the next thing I wanted to jump into, though, real fast, is I wanted to jump into some affirmations with you guys. I really enjoy those affirmations, and I got some good ones for you right here. So let's go ahead and let's take a break. Let's relax our necks a little bit, because maybe I'm not the only one sick in this world. I mean, I'm probably not the only one that has a little bit of a head cold right now. I'm pretty sure there's many other people out there in this world right now that have a cold, and they're probably telling themselves that they can't do something because they're a little bit sick. But, you know, maybe they're a lot of sick and they can't do it. But, you know, right now I'm just a little bit sick. So I can continue on because I'm going to allow myself to believe in my abilities to be a great speaker, allow my abilities to believe in myself, and allow my abilities to know that I am self-confident within my own body, and I am very happy with myself. So, now that we got that out of the way, take a break. Take a breath, guys. Breathe. Stretch your neck out. Stretch your hands out. Move your toes around. Do whatever you fucking gotta do. Smash an ant. Kill a squirrel. Whatever you feel like you gotta do right now before we jump into some more affirmations about how great our life is. And here we go. We are going to We are going to start some affirmations right now. I am confident. I am in harmony with myself. I am power. I am grateful for my life. I am happy in my abilities to neglect my fate. I understand why I have my ability. I am popular. I am rich. I am successful in my life. I am the life I want. I find myself relaxed. I understand that life will always end. I know the importance of not stressing. I'm able to not stress over money. I am always able to give my best. I am in full control of my actions. I am optimistic in my future and in my present. I understand with full faith that I will not always be in the best mood, or I will be the happiest. I know I will do my best though. I know for a fact that I never lack anything. I am the ultimate power source of my life. I am thankful for my short time on this beautiful planet. I know that I can live my best life. I am grateful for this time to breathe air. During our time breathing air, the rush flows down our tubes and the power oxygen is native. Our death is for our life. Our oxygen is the movement. The thought and power is maintained through. We plan for the future. We plan for our money. We plan for our needs. We decide how we play. We decide how to breathe. We move to our deaths, but as the death chases, we declare we are alive. We decide to collide. We sing the song of life. Breathe in, breathe out. We slide our money on the backs of cotton, so let your money slide on too. Slide your money into ours. Donate to the knowledge drip if you enjoy your breath. If you partake in this avenue of money, sharing your wealth is the best way to live. Big bang. Woo! All right, guys. So we got another affirmation day out of the way. We got affirmations out of the way. We got a nice little poem that I had written. I think I wrote that poem maybe a few days ago. I don't know. No, it wasn't a few days ago. Maybe it was a week ago. Maybe it was like the last time I did the podcast. The last time I did the knowledge trip last Tuesday, I'm pretty sure a week ago. I'm pretty sure I got that one down. But I really enjoyed that one. So, and it's really, I feel really confident and, I feel like I have a lot of self-control and a definite chief aim in myself to be able to say that over and over and over again, because I wrote it. And when you write something that is that good, you actually should share it. I'm not even lying, motherfuckers. You gotta share this shit, because if you keep it to yourself, it's gonna go to the motherfucking graveyard. And when it goes to the motherfucking graveyard, there's no way that anybody is ever going to get it out of your motherfucking mind. Do you understand what I am talking about? So if you have something that you enjoy, you have something that you share, you have something that you want to do with your time, it's your hobby, listen, just fucking do it. I'm telling you, just buckle down, just pretend that you're the greatest at it. Go out there with the self-confidence formula, the self-confidence creeds, the self-control creeds, and every other type of motherfucking creed and confidence formula and everything you can think of, and go out there with full faith in your ability to believe in yourself. Because when money starts pouring in, and it's going to start coming in so frequently and so often that you're going to wonder where it was during the lean years. And if you're wondering where it is right now, it's waiting for you to go collect it. It's waiting for you to go out there and pick up the money. It's waiting for you. All you have to do is take your idea and go motherfucking get your motherfucking money. I'm telling you, it's just that motherfucking simple. Now listen, the money has been waiting for you. But as we have said earlier today's knowledge drip, when I was reading, the first thing I wrote, don't save all your motherfucking money. Don't hoard your money. Pay your damn bills, pay your water bill, pay your electricity bill, pay your car bill, pay whatever other bills you have, because that's really what you're doing is investing in yourself. Go to the grocery store, give the guy on the side of the road 5 cents, because guess what? That guy is you. That guy is you. Give him some motherfucking money. He's just you, and you're just him. Alright? You're no different, and don't pretend to be. Don't pretend to think that you're this motherfucking great motherfucker out there pretending to change the world, because let me tell you, you might not be. So, now with that being said, I wanted to get into something I had got to listen to this weekend. It is in a great book called How to Enjoy Your Life and Your Job. And it's actually this thing called by this person named Harvey Robinson, who enlightened the book on the mind in the making. So I'm just going to read this little thing for you, and then we're going to go over the self-confidence formula, and then I'm going to take some motherfucking allergy pills or something, because golly, man, it's like getting worse and worse as I go on and talking. So here we go. This is by James Harvey Robinson. It's in the mind in the making. So we sometimes find ourselves changing our minds without any resistance or heavy emotion. But if we are told we are wrong, we resent the imputation and harden our hearts. We are incredibly heedless in the formation of our beliefs, but find ourselves filled with an illicit passion for them. When anyone purpose to rob us of their companionship, it is obviously not the ideas themselves that are dear to us, but our self-esteem which is threatened. The little word "my" is the most important one in human affairs, and properly to reckon with it is the beginning of the wisdom. It has the same force whether it is my diner, my dog, and my house, or my father, my country, and my God. We not only we not only resent the imputation that our watch is wrong or our car shabby, but that our conception of the canals of Mars, of the pronunciation of Epictetus, of the medicinal value of salicin, or of the date of Sargon, is subject to revision. We like to continue to believe what we have been accustomed to accept as true, and the resentment aroused when doubt is cast upon any of our assumptions leads us to seek every manner of excuse for clinging to it. The result is that most of our so-called reasoning consists in finding arguments for going on believing as we already do. And then this is also another little thing I want to give to you guys before we get into the self-confidence formula. It's by Carl Rogers, the eminent physiologist, wrote in his book on becoming a person. I have found it of enormous value when I can permit myself to understand the other person. The way in which I have worded this statement may seem strange to you. It is necessary to permit oneself to understand another. I think it is. Our first reaction to the most of the statements which we hear from other people is an evaluation or judgment rather than an understanding of it. When someone expresses some feeling, attitude, or belief, our tendency is almost immediately to feel that's right, or that's stupid, that's abnormal, that's unreasonable, that's incorrect, that's not nice. Very rarely do we permit ourselves to understand precisely what the meaning of the statement is to the other person. Alright guys, we went over a few of those little things right there. You just listen to it, as you can see. Now, I want to jump into our self-confidence formula, and then after we do our self-confidence formula, I wanted to finish with the... Hold on, where was it? Hold on. I wanted to finish with a nice little poem, so I'm going to look that up real fast in this book, The Law of Success in 16 Lessons. I was reading in it the other day, and I came across it, because sometimes I just pick this book up, because, you know, I've read it, twice, 3 times now, so I've read it multiple times, and sometimes I'd like to just pick it up in random pages and just go about it, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much that easy. Okay, hold on, let me see if I can find it. I should have wrote down the page. You know what, I'm gonna find it, but until then, let's just see if we can, how well our memory is. Let's see how well our memory is. Let's do the self-confidence formula, and then we'll get into that we'll get into it. While I actually do the self-confidence formula, because I have committed it to my memory at this point, which I hope you guys have as well, even though I don't understand what's the point of committing it to memory. I mean, it's all right if it's written down and you have to read it over and over again. But at this point in the knowledge drip, at this point in my life, I have been able to fully and understandably, word for word, self-confidence formula. I have been able to get it down. Why? Because, I read it, I write it, 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 I repeat it, I read it, I write it, repeat over and over and over again, just because I do enjoy the self-confidence formula. It's one of the greatest things that I have found so far for my any tiny incandescent life. Tiny, what word am I looking for right there? My tiny incandescent life. Yes, that's it. So I'm going to go over the self-confidence formula, and then after I go over the self-confidence formula, I'm going to read this nice little motherfucking poem. I'm going to find it. Trust me, I will. All right, so here we go. Let's start off right now. The self-confidence formula. Oh, you ready for this? Let's see. Where are we at? 31:10. You know what? Actually, let's start it at 32 minutes. That way I don't have to be like fucking trying to find this find this poem as we go through it. So let's start the self-confidence formula at 32 minutes. So everybody just take a little nap. You got like 30 seconds. If you're a professional athlete, you know that 30 seconds is enough time to get your energy levels up to an optimization of high performance, all right? If you got 30 seconds, you can do a lot of shit if you're a high-level performer. So let's give yourself 30 seconds to breathe. Give yourself 10 seconds and breathe. And just, understand that life is simple as you make it. Here we go. Self-confidence formula. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, aggressive, and continuous actions towards its attainment. I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind eventually reproduce themselves in an outward bodily action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my mind for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to be, by creating a mental picture of this person and then transforming that picture into reality through practical service. I know that through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of realizing it. Therefore, I shall devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of the factors named in the 16 lessons of the reading course on the law of success. Hold on, let me think about that. I think I messed that one up actually. Let me see. I did. You know what I said? I said the instead of this. So let me go back. Oh, let me see if I can do it. I can. I shall devote 10 minutes daily to demanding of myself the development of the factors named in the 16 lessons of this reading course on the law of success. I have clearly mapped out and written down a description of my definite purpose in life. For the coming 5 years, I have set a price on my services for each of these 5 years, a price that I intend to earn and receive through strict application of the principle of efficient, satisfactory service which I will render in advance. I fully realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transactions which does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to me the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because I will first serve them. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing a love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula. I will commit it to my memory and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my entire life. so that I will become a successful and happy worker in my chosen field of endeavor. Whew. All right, guys. So what was that? We started around 32-minute mark, and it's at 35 right now. Now that I'm looking at it, we're at the 35-minute mark. So under 3 minutes, and you can go do this self-confidence formula. I mean, fucking seriously, it's. I mean, my whole life, like, until I picked up this motherfucking Law of Success book, I didn't understand how easy it is to be acceptable of yourself, how easy it is to believe in yourself. It's crazy that maybe this book didn't change my life. Maybe it's because, I don't know what's changing my life, but something definitely is. And maybe it's the self-confidence formula. Maybe it's that I get to do my definite purpose like every single day with this knowledge drip. It takes me 30 minutes a day. It's not like it's something amazing that's taking me hours and hours and hours and hours. It's just something it's just something beautiful to me. And even if it did take me hours and hours and hours, now that I think about it, it really does take me hours and hours from reading, writing, working on my speech and everything. As you can tell, I don't say or like a lot. If you listen to a lot of the first knowledge drips, I have a lot of I have a lot of likes in there, and I'm trying to get rid of those in my vocabulary because I want to expand my ability and my knowledge to continue to be a great speaker, which is what I want to be. And if you want to be a great speaker, you got to work on a few words here and there. I listen to a lot of other podcasts out there, and there's a lot of people that go like all the time. And, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But, for me, I don't want to do that. I want to be able to speak very clearly, very intelligently. Maybe it's not intelligent. Maybe I want to speak stupidly sometimes.Maybe I want to say crazy ass words all the time. That's just how life goes. And during this little rant, I've been looking and I've been motherfucking looking for this damn poem because I didn't write down what page it was. But you know what? Here it is. I think I came just across it right now. Yep. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. I wouldn't mind getting this poem down in my memory, but shit, I am not like that motherfucking smart to get it down in my memory. I mean, the self-confidence formula, everything else, that's a lot of shit to keep remembering. So I'll probably read this one maybe more than once, actually, because I really enjoyed this motherfucking poem. And then we're going to end this motherfucking podcast because we're at damn near 37 minutes. And if you guys are still staying in this long, 37 minutes and 46 seconds in, congratulations. You guys are the true motherfucking... Oh, yeah, you guys are into this more than I am. All right, here we go. Here is this great little poem. Back of the beating hammer, by which the steel is wrought. Back of the workshop's clamor, the seekers may find the thought that is ever master of iron and stem and steel, that rise above disaster and tramples it under heel. The drudge may fret and tinker or labor with lusty blows, but back of him stands the thinker, the clear-eyed man who knows. For into each plow or saber, each piece and part and whole, must go the brains of labor, which gives the work a soul. Back of the motors humming, back of the bells that ring, back of the hammers drumming, back of the cranes that swing, there is the eye which scans them, watching through stress and strain. There is his mind which plans them, back of the brawn, the brain. Might of the roaring boiler, force of the engine's thrust, strength of the sweating toiler, greatly in these we trust. But back of them stands the schemer, the thinker who drives things through. Back of the job, the dreamer who's making the dream come true. I have yet to find the first man who amounted to very much, who had not the habit of doing more courage to assume responsibility for his own mistakes without being accused. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for today. I want to say thank you for coming out. Thanks for all the great listeners. Thanks for tuning in for today's great ass motherfucking knowledge show. I mean, we're hitting motherfucking 40 minutes now, motherfuckers. I mean, it's just that motherfucking simple. We're hitting 40 minutes. Remember when it was like 15 minutes and I'd be like fucking gas. 30 minutes, fucking gas. Now we're at 40 minutes and I'm sick and I'm motherfucking gassed on out, but I gotta go refill my tank now. I don't know, maybe I gotta go do some push-ups. Maybe I'll go to a motherfucking yoga class and stretch that shit out. I did run a lot this weekend, so, you know, maybe I should go stretch out a little bit. Maybe I'll go to that damn yoga class tonight. I probably will. So, guys, until next time, until you figure out your self-confidence, until you figure out everything, continue to listen, continue to strive to be the best you can be, and be grateful with everything that you do, and do not worry about your past, for you are now in the present of now. If that's everything, yeah, that's everything. Alright guys, take it easy. This has been Wild Thoughts with your host, The Big Bang. Bye.